How about now? Yep, we're good. Okay, cool. Alexander, what's going on? Ty, what's going on? Thank you for joining. All right, so we are not going to waste too much time because we have 3 days of the TryHackMe Advent of Cyber challenges to catch up on. It's been a long weekend, and we've been doing a lot here at the Alpha Esports and Technology Center. But for those who don't know, I am your host or your guide through all of this, Davin Jackson, aka DJax Alpha. Um, thank you for joining. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's weekend was great. And like I said, it's blessed to be here for another day. We got some things going on, but we work through it. Again, we are here at the Alpha Esports and Technology Center, which is my center here in Suwanee, Georgia. We do tech, cybersecurity, but then we also focus on esports and competitive gaming, as well as just casual, healthy gaming as well. So this is our little, I guess you can call it like our arcade. But like I said, we're gonna get into it before school lets out and we start having some of our evening activities take place. But I definitely wanted to catch up on that Advent of Cyber. Make sure I share my screen. So again, while we're doing this, I'm going to be doing days 2, 3, and 4 since we missed out on since we missed the last couple days all weekend. Like I said, we've had esports stuff going on. We had community events going on. We had our cake and gaming night. That was a great success. And then I had to clean everything up. So clean, disinfect, wipe everything down. We want to make sure everything is good to go and safe and ready for our players and our guests. So like I said, so we're here now. We're about to kick off day 2 of our Advent of Cyber. So we did day 1, which was the machine learning, where we did some command injections or prompt injections with our chatbot. So day 2, we're going to focus on log analysis, and then it looks like day 3 and 4 will focus on doing some type of brute force attack using different tools. So we're going to go ahead and read the story. I'm probably not going to read the whole thing. Just because I don't think it's necessary to kind of go through the whole process. It's kind of giving like a little crash course in Python and Jupyter Notebook and stuff like that. But yeah, we're gonna just kind of get down here and see what we can do based off of what we have. Bearded IT Dad, what's going on, man? Big fan, big fan. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start our machine, and while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and read. Well, we're not going to do this. That's for day 4, and that's Tiberius. Shout out to Tiberius. All right. So after yesterday's resounding success, McHoneybell walks into Antarcticraft's office with a gleaming smile. She takes out her company issue laptop from her knapsack and decides to check the news. Traffic on North 15 Highway. Glad I skied into work today, she boasts. A notification from the Best Festival Company's internal communication tool, HollyChat, pings. It's another task. The B team has been tasked with understanding the network of Antarcticraft's South Pole site. Taking a minute to think about the task ahead, McHoneybell realizes that Antarcticraft has no fancy technology that captures events on the network. No tech, no problem. She decides to open up her Python terminal. So today we're going to get an intro to Python. We're going to do intro to data science and how it can be used and applied in cybersecurity, get a walkthrough or a quick introduction into Python, and then we're going to use Python libraries like pandas and matplotlib to crunch data. And then finally, we're going to help McHoneybell establish understanding of Antarcticraft's network. So accessing the machine, it says the VM split screen. So you see we already started our VM here. Oh man, Bearded IT Dad, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Seriously, you have no idea. We just got back into the streaming thing, so it's like getting our sea legs back. And like I said, that I appreciate that. Thank you. So again, we're going to go into the core element of data science, and that's to interpret data and to answer questions. Data science often involves programming, statistics, and recently the use of AI or artificial intelligence to examine large amounts of data and understand the trends and patterns that businesses use to make predictions to lead to informed decisions. These roles and responsibilities of a data scientist includes like the data collection, so that's collecting the raw data, processing, the data processing, so that's turning the raw data into a standard format, or data mining, that involves creating relationships between the data, finding patterns and correlations that can start and provide some insight. Then you have analysis. So this is where you take the bulk of the data and explore it to get answers to certain questions, look at projections. So for example, an e-commerce store can use data science to understand the latest and most popular products to sell. I might need to do that with where we're going here. I got to get some more butts in these seats. And then finally, visualization or communication. So this one is important. And it says, even if you have the answers to the universe, no one will understand you if you can't present them clearly. Data can be visualized in charts, tables, and maps. You know what? That actually gives me an idea for a project. I think I'm going to look at doing some data analysis and communication for what works with our stuff here at the Alpha Esports and Technology Center. So anyway, so when you use TryHackMe wants to, okay, fine. All right, so where am I? Okay, so the use of data science is coming more frequent. Cybersecurity, because the ability to offer insight, analyze data such as log events, leading to intelligent understanding of ongoing events in an organization. Using data science for anomaly detection is an example. Other sources, so a SIEM or SIEM is security information and event management tool. So that collects the data, correlates it into large amounts, and gives you an understanding of what's going on. You can look at threat and trend analysis, and then you can also do predictive analysis. And now we're just kind of going into how to use Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook, think of it as almost like an interpreter for Python, which is hold on, Scholarly. The price is no, sorry, Scholarly. We're not interested. So, but thanks for tuning in. Hope you like the channel, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. So yeah, we're gonna go into Jupyter Notebook, and it just kind of shows you that there are 2 pages here. So you have your launcher screen here on the left, and then you have your workbook area or your workspace on the right. And then here, you can't really see it so much here because I have it kind of minimized. But what's going on, Parker? Yeah, I between I get this one, and now that we're doing the gaming and the esports streaming and stuff, I get stuff for like the different graphic designs or the different artwork. The big one now is like the epic streamer codes to support other streamers. So, but yeah. So like I said, so here we're just kind of going through all the information. So if we want to save stuff, we can hit the floppy disk, hit the run to basically play the play button to run whatever it is we're doing. Then there's the one that kind of looks like the fast forward or 2 plays. Let's see if no, it's not going to let me. Is it going to let me? Okay. So this is again just kind of telling you the navigation of how to do it. And then again, here's an example of the hello world. So everybody knows if you started doing anything with Python, hello world is literally like the first program or the first script you run. And now it says for the best learning experience, we strongly recommend using the Jupyter Notebook stored on the VM. Okay, the notebook. Okay, print your text here. So again, this is a Python 3. So when you say print, and then you have to put it in parentheses and then your quotation marks if you're printing, if you want to print out a phrase. Okay, so, and also because of the spaces. So variables, so this kind of goes into variables and all of that. And now, okay, so now it says open the notebook workbook located in directory for capstone. So we're not going to jump straight into the capstone. Hold on here. Okay, thank you. It's just a little slow. I got to be patient. Okay, so it says use what we've learned. And yay, I started my streak all over again. So, okay, how many packets were captured if you look at the packet number? So, introduction, it says your task is to apply skills learned through today's task and analyze packet capture from the Articraft's network. You will need to use Panda to group and analyze the source, destination, and protocol. The packet capture required libraries have been imported for you. So, Pandas is PD and packet capture is DF. Okay. Urbson, thanks for joining. We're good. How are you? Let's see, how many packets, what IP addresses, and then what is the most commonly. So again, we just have to, it looks like we have to be a little bit patient. The VM looks like it's running a little bit slow. Appreciate the love, Ty. Appreciate it. Thank you. Like I said, thank you. Keep the strength going. We will definitely keep the strength going. We definitely that's the game plan. So thank you to Bearded IT Dad, and thank you to Ty for the super chat. I appreciate it. All right. So let's see here. We are going to, again, it's just moving really, really slow. Working on the return of the Yeti. Okay. Is that hold on. I think we got, okay, cool. Question 2, you'll need pandas count function. So data frame count. Okay, so I think it's down here if it'll let me get here. And then data frame for oh, it's a side quest of Advent of Cyber. Okay, yeah, I'm catching up. I didn't do any over the weekend, so now I gotta catch up on days 2, 3, and 4. So now we need to do data frame count. So if we do df dot count, and then let's see how many packets were captured. And that, I believe that's packet number, right? So it's df count, and then the square brackets. And then I think that is, is that it? No. Okay, insert. I think I did that right. All right. Yep, because you have to do that, and then the. Okay. It's just really slow. All right, so if I hit play. Okay, where is it? DF is not defined. Was I supposed to define it first? It says, remember, the data frame in this notebook is called DF and not data frame. Okay, let's. It is really moving slow. Okay, sorry. All right, let's see here. Make sure to run the 2 cells at the top. Oh, yeah. My fault. Thanks, Marker. All right, so run that. Run that. Okay. No, I don't want to restart the kernel. Sorry. I need to, it's just really, it's irritating me now. All right, come back up here. Pandas, PD, net packet capture, network traffic, says DF. Okay. All right, so we hit play. Let's just restart it. Come back up here and see what we're doing wrong. All right, so apply function sum average size in this grouping. Packet capture libraries have been imported. Answer the following question. So import pandas as PD, and then df equals PD network traffic. All right, so play that one. Play that one. Okay. Now we're back here. Question 2, you'll need to use the pandas count function. So df.count I guess I will look at this real quick because I feel like I'm going crazy. Print hello world, pandas, data frame. Ben, Jacob, okay. 2-dimensional, matplotlib, creating our first plot. You will just need to account for the new data set net traffic. I know I didn't do that wrong, did I? I don't think I did that wrong. I don't think, okay, I'm waiting. Let me give it a second here. Or maybe I'm doing, okay, I don't need to do packet number. Let me get rid of that. I think that's where I did it. I think I might have jumped ahead. So my input right here is, I just did df.count Parker, but it, like I said, it's super slow. Okay, there we go. Yep. So that was it. I put in the wrong information. I was looking at packet number. because I was reading here. Okay, so how many packets were kept? Now my screen just blanked out on me. So anyway, basically what I did was I did a DF count, but then I typed in packet number because I was reading this part where it says how many packets were captured, looking at the packet number. So I typed in packet number for the variable, but we'll just do 100 and we have the correct answer. So, okay, so we're back on track. Okay, so now the next question says, what IP address sent the most amount of traffic during the packet capture? So now this one says this is gonna irritate me. Okay. Patience. All right. So remember, the data frame in this notebook is called DF. Okay. So, and then if there's a hint, if you're stuck. So we need to do a group by. So I'm assuming it's this exactly what you see here. So that would be over here. So that would be, what is that? DF dot group by, and then we're gonna go. It's so slow. Thank you. And then we put those brackets. And then we need to do the amount of traffic. The amount of traffic is source. And then it is, this is painful, y'all. And then it's dot size. Well, I guess we'll just wait for it to do its thing. And we're good. Okay. So what is the IP address that sent the most amount of traffic during the capture? That looks like it is 10.10.1.4. So 10.10.1.4. All right, we're good. And then it says the last question is, what is the most frequent protocol? So again, for most frequent protocol, we're doing DF. Wait, there is no dot, right? Because we're looking at protocol. My pandas is rusty. All right, so DF, I think it's just DF. I think it's DF and then protocol. But I guess while we're waiting, how's everybody's Monday going while we're waiting for this to load up? Okay, we're back. So it's df brackets, and then inside the brackets, it should be protocol, and then not bad, need more energy. Same. Nope, that's in caps. That's bad. Caps. Okay. And that's dot value. I think that's it. So if you guys haven't noticed, we're trying to keep it honest and not look for the answers. And I will be the first one to admit that my Python is not the greatest. So bear with me as we work through it. But I think we are counting how many values there are in the protocol column. So, okay, so I think we need, what is it? So protocol dot value. Is it dot count? It's not dot, it's underscore. Wrong place. Oh, come on. Yeah, no, yeah. So it's protocol. It's just I'm just thinking right here. I think it's not just dot value. I think it's value. I think it's value counts or count. Yep. Okay. And it says the most frequent protocol is ICMP. Up here. ICMP. Whew. All right. Thanks for the tip, Sketcho. Yeah, I said it was. I had it for protocol, but I was just trying to make sure. I couldn't remember if it was. I was going to do dot counts or dot value, and I couldn't remember after that. Okay, so we are done with that one. So I'm going to hurry up and close that VM because wowzers, that was pain. That was painful. Whew. All right, so still got two more to go, and I'm going to try to get through these a little bit faster. So let's go ahead and okay, hold on. Let me turn off my VM here. All right, cool. Now let's get back to it. So we can close out day 2, start day 3. In day 3, we are doing, am I doing the side quest challenge? Let's see where we are on time because I do have to make a stop. So I might do the side quest. Let's see where we get through here. All right, so we are starting up our machine. Our IP address should be popping up shortly. Everyone was shocked to discover. Okay, so while we're waiting, we'll go ahead. You can find a video walkthrough challenge here. So everyone was shocked to discover that several critical systems were locked, but the chaos didn't end there. The doors of the IT rooms and related infrastructure were also locked, adding to the mayhem. Adding to the mayhem, during the lockdown, the doors closed suddenly on Detective Frosto. As he tried to escape, his snow arm got caught and he ended up losing it. Now he's determined to catch the perpetrator no matter what. It seems whoever did this had one goal: to disrupt the business. Now the team must resort to backup tapes and to recover the system. To their surprise, they find out they can't unlock the IT room door. The password to access control systems have been changed. Okay, so password complexity, how the number of possible combinations, generating password combinations using Crunch, and then trying out passwords automatically with Hydra. In this section, we will answer the following questions. How many different PIN codes do we have? How many different passwords can we generate? And how long does it take to find a password by brute force? Many systems rely on PIN codes and passwords to authenticate users. The day one room was pretty cool, Parker. As far as the chat bot, I think that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool one. I don't think a lot of people know that you can try to trick AI. They think AI is like infallible and all-knowing, but again, it just like any other machine. I think it was pretty cool that they could trick it into giving the answers, and coming from an API standpoint, where a lot of the stuff that you do is you're literally tricking the API into giving you that information. I thought it was pretty cool that they showed you could do that with Chat GPT, kind of, or not Chat GPT, but a chat bot. Like I said, making it making it a lot less scary, I should say. That, again, yes, chat with AI and Chat GPT can do a lot of things, but it makes mistakes just like humans. So our jobs aren't completely up for grabs just yet. Okay, so many systems. So we're just going into the PIN codes, and now we're counting passwords. Let's consider an imaginary scenario. If you have a digit, we have 10 digits, 0 to 9, in uppercase 26, and in lowercase we have 26. Therefore, each character can be one of 62 different choices. Consequently, if the password is 4 characters, we can be 62 by 62 by 62 by 62, which leaves 14,776,336 different passwords. To make passwords even more complex, we can use symbols and add. So I actually did something like this last year on my Alpha Cybersecurity channel, where I did a talk. I did like a video on using strong passwords. So go check that out, where it shows you the more complex of the password, the harder it is to crack. I actually used a passphrase. So rather than having to worry about, certain things, you just you could use random passphrase, well, random to you, or I should say familiar to you, but random to anything else. So we click the start machine, and once both machines have started, visit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click this, and we are going to go to, it says in our attack boxes browser. So where's our attack box? Oh, give me 1 second. I thought I deployed it already. Why is it not deploying? It's because it's up here. All right, cool. So now we're going to go to, well, once it starts up, we're going to go to 10, 10, 57, 42. And then you'll notice on the display, you can throw the 3 digits, and then we're going to go ahead and generate a password list to see what we can find. So we're going to use a tool called Crunch. So Crunch is a command line tool that you can use to help generate a word list that you need for password cracking or anything like that. And then once you use that, you can then feed it into other password cracking tools like what we're going to do today with Hydra or John the Ripper or any other password cracking tool. You can feed it into Burp Suite for Burp's Intruder to do any type of brute forcing that way too. Now, what brute forcing, you do have to be very careful, because if there are any type of password protections in place, like lockout policies or anything like that, you have a limited time of you have a limited amount of time or a limited amount of attempts before you're locked out of that account. So you want to be very careful, and you want to make sure that your password cracking or your word list, whatever it is, whether you're doing password cracking, brute force attacks, or credential stuffing, you want to make sure that it's a really good list, because you don't want to waste it on stuff that probably aren't realistic passwords. But then again, you'd be surprised at what some people still use for passwords even now in 2023 going into 2024. So we'll see. All right, so we are almost there with our stuff, but while we're doing that, so we're going to go ahead and says the numeric keypad shows 16 characters from 0 to 9 and then A to F. For example, hexadecimal digits. We need to prepare a list of PIN codes that match this criteria. We will use Crunch, a tool that generates a list of all possible password combinations based on this given criteria. We need to issue the following command. So now we're going to tell Crunch. So Crunch is the actual command for the tool that we're going to be using. And then 3 would be the first 3 is the first number of the minimum length, and then the second 3 is the maximum length. So for example, if we wanted to do something saying, hey, I need a password list of anywhere from 8 to 16, it would be Crunch 816. 8 would be the first number, 16 would be the second number, and then you would type in what you would do for as far as what you need generated. So again, here you see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, and that represents what you see here on this keypad. Oh yeah, so the chatbot was looking for specific language. It was like that. If you look at my video, I did the same thing. Like it really wanted you couldn't be casual with it. Like I was like, hey, who's the team? And it was like, be more specific or rephrase. So all right, and then the -O is just saving that output to this document. So we're just gonna go ahead and copy that, and then go to clipboard. We're going to save it to our clipboard, and then we're going to copy it from the clipboard. And then we're going to go here. So go ahead. We'll just copy that, and then we'll close that. We will open up a terminal, and let's just, you know what? Let's go to our desktop. So we'll just go CD to desktop. So now we're on our desktop, and then we're going to save that document to this desktop. So we'll go there. Now Crunch will generate the following. So if you look, we created a document here called 3 digits because we moved to our desktops. So which is what you see here. And now it's done. So now if we go ahead and let's just cat out what it says. So cat for concatenate, and you see we have a list of passwords or 3-digit pins. So we'll just go ahead and clear this out. And now it says to prepare our list. Okay, we did all of that. Okay, so now the method is before we start manually trying out pin codes is a very daunting task. Luckily, we can use an automated tool to generate to use our generated list combinations called Hydra, one of the most. Okay, before we start, we need to preview the HTML page. So we need to right click. Oh, that's right. We need to go here. Let's go back to get our IP address. And it was 10.10.57.42. What? Throughout The task will be using an IP address 10. Oh, I'm sorry, because it was port 8,000. 8,000, secure connection failed. Learn more. Problem loading page. Why won't you? Oh, because I'm doing encrypted. So do that. There we go. So we have our keypad here. And then if we want to go ahead and look at it, we want to view the page source. And now you'll see here, it gives us the method, which you see the method is post. So, okay, so then we need to do, so we're going to run a Hydra command and we're going to do a post. So when you do a post is basically inputting data. So get would be you're retrieving the data, post or put is inputting the data. And then you have your other ones if you want to like update or delete. Okay, so and we need to take, so you see this command here, so Hydra L. So I'm just going to show you real quick. So Hydra lowercase L means we're using a user, but you see the two quotation marks, so that we're leaving that blank. And then dash uppercase P, that's for a password list. And then we're going to use the 3 digits that we just used. And then we're doing a verbose to 10.10.5742. And then we're telling it it's going to be a post form and put this information in here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this, move it over. Okay. And now another thing I just wanted to show real quick. Another thing, if you didn't want to open up a web form, if you didn't want to open up the internet, you could actually just type in curl HTTP and then nope TE, and then you go 10.10.57.42 port 8,000. And why didn't it come up? Interesting. Okay, it's making a liar out of me today. Yeah, it's not coming up. Okay, so anyway, we'll just go ahead and paste this in here. And then, like I said, we're telling it to use our 3-digit code. For curl, you need to add the dash X. I thought you needed to add a dash X if we were, I thought you needed to do dash X if we were adding like a command to it. Yeah, I thought curl was if we were adding like a method, like if we wanted to change it to a post or something like that. I was just trying to read the stuff in the web page. But okay, so where are we? So let's go ahead. First, let's CD back into our desktop since that's where our document is. And now we'll go ahead and hit paste. And we should be good. So once it finds the right, so when we do the dash F command in Hydra, we're telling it to stop once it finds the right password. So you should see, it should be scrolling, and then when we get to the bottom, page redirected in error. Wait, did I? I don't think that's right. It shouldn't be giving me that error message. It shouldn't be giving me that error message. At least I don't think it should. It should not be giving me that error message. So we're going to go ahead and paste this again. No, stop. Heck. Oh boy. Let's try this one more time. Minimize. Bring you here. Paste. 1010 5742. Pin pass. Port number -S. Okay. 3 digits. I feel like it shouldn't be running. It shouldn't have been giving me all those error messages. I don't know. Maybe I'm being impatient. But we'll let it rock and see what happens. So while we're waiting for that, let me see what this let me bring up. I was talking about the side mission. I'm curious because I didn't see it. I don't think I saw it on the list. All right. Well, I guess we're still waiting. Yeah, I said I don't. Maybe because I don't typically, or maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not. I don't typically use. Oh, what's this? Hello. Close that. Close that. There we go. All right. So we found a password, which is using Crunch and Hydra, find the pin code to access, and then what's the flag? All right, so we could do this. We close this out. We close this out, and then it is 6FS, continue. Okay, and then unlock the door, and now we have our code right here. So copy, go through our clipboard. Submit, and we are done with day 2. All right. How are we on time? Okay, so we still should be good on time. So now let's go ahead and scroll back up here. Let's turn off our machine. So we'll terminate. Close this, shut it down. And now we are caught up to day 4. And day 4 looks like we are doing some more brute forcing, and we're using Cool. So Cool is another tool that we use to create word lists from like websites. So it'll basically scrape the website and look for any type of patterns or trends, or as far as words that are on that website, and then generate a password list based off of that. So while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and we'll start the machine. And then we'll also start the attack box. And now we'll go, we'll get to reading. So the Antarctica Crafts Company, globally renowned for its avant-garde ice sculptures and toys, runs a portal facilitating confidential communications between its employee station in the extreme environments of the North and South Poles. However, a recent security breach has sent ripples through the organization. Okay. After a thorough investigation, the security team discovered that a notorious individual named McGreedy, known for his dealings in the dark web, has sold the company's credentials. The sale paved the way for a random hacker from the dark web to exploit the portal. The logs point to a brute force attack. Normally, brute forcing takes a long time, but in this case, the hacker gained access with only a few tries. It seems the attacker had a customized word list. Perhaps they used a custom word list generator like Cool. Let's try and test it ourselves. So then it goes into what is Cool. So Cool is a custom word list generator that spiders websites and creates word lists based on the site's content. Spidering, in the context of web security and penetration testing, refers to the process of automatically navigating and cataloging a website's content, often retrieving the site structure, content, and other relevant details. This capability makes Cool especially valuable to penetration testers aiming to brute force login pages or uncover hidden directories using an organization-specific terminology. Beyond a simple word list generation, Cool can also compile a list of email addresses or usernames identified in team members' page links. Such data can then serve as potential usernames in brute force operations. Before moving forward, review the information. So we do need to attack box, and we do need to start the VM. Deploy. Okay, so how to use Cool. So this kind of goes into how to use Cool. So this is the help page. And then if Cool is not installed on your VM, you can install it with the command. So we're going to go ahead and just check to see if Cool is installed. Make sure we have the right IP address. It was 10.10.204.31. Okay, so we're over here. Enter to close, and then we'll bring up our command prompt, and then we will type in, let's just type in Cool first. So Cool is installed. So we'll go ahead and do Cool 10.10.204.231. And now it's going to give us a word list. And now from there, let's see, we can save this word list. So we could copy and paste it, or we're going to do what it actually tells us to do here. So to save a word list generated to a file, you can use the command below. So we're going to hit up to bring up our previous command, and then we're going to do -W for word list, and then we're going to go to output.txt. Nope, that's YXY. I said TXT. And then we'll go ahead, and now we saved all of that. So now if we cat output.txt, you'll see we have our word list here. Okay, so now we have our word list. And now it says, why Cool? So it's a word list generator that is unique compared to other tools available. While tools rely on predefined lists or common dictionary attacks, Cool creates custom word lists based on web page content. So remember earlier when I said make sure you have a word list that is that's a good word list for whatever it is you're working on. Reason being is, again, you want to make sure you're not wasting any attempts that can get you caught out or discovered. So, so target specific word list, depth of search, so it can spider the website, customizable outputs, built-in features, efficiency, integration with other tools, and it's also actively maintained. So how to customize outputs for specific tasks. So if you go to the spidering depth with the -D flag, it'll tell you how deep cool should spider. For example, to spider 2 deep links, you would go ahead and do cool that your IP address -D2 for the depth, and then the word list output. Then if you want to set a minimum and maximum, so similar to what we did with in the last exercise where it was like 3 and 3 for minimum and maximum. Here you would do -M and then -X for your minimum and maximum. If you want to handle a type of authentication, you want to do the -A for the form base and then the custom extensions. So here it says we're going to create a password list using Cool, using the Antarcticraft's homepage to generate a word list that could potentially hold the key. So we're going to just kind of do the same thing we did here. So we're going to go cool. We're going to type it out. So -D2 for the depth, -M for 5 for minimum, -W for the word list. We're going to call it passwords.txt. And then we're pointing it at http://10.10.204.231 and then -- with numbers. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and create our word list. And then if we go ahead and cat passwords.txt, you see we have our word list here, and each of them have a minimum of 5 characters. Now you notice we have different lengths for the end, but that's because we didn't set a maximum. So we set a minimum and left the maximum for them to, and Cool just basically did what it does and spidered the website, and based off of our settings, it gave us this word list. So it says, keep an eye out for Antarcticraft specific terminology or phrases that are likely to resonate with staff, as these could become potential passwords. So if we look through here, let's just see if we can find any that pop up to pop out. Unparalleled environments, sculpture, global, collaborate, captivating, wonderland, winter wonderland, frostingly, okay. I don't see anything that's really popping out just yet. 67890. Antarcticrafts. So I see Antarcticrafts and I see style sheet. Okay. All right. Well, we have our password list, and now we're going to create a username list. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to type in cool -D, no depth, a minimum of 5 characters. And then the word list, we're going to call it usernames. And then we're going to do the same thing, point it to http://10.10.204.231. And then we're saying lowercase letters only. And I think we're good. Hit start. What did I do? D0-M5W usernames. I said, I spelled it wrong. Sorry. Okay, so now we have our usernames and we have our passwords. So now if we go ahead just to see, we'll cat usernames. And we we have usernames. All right, cool. All right, so now we got a brute force using wfuzz. Okay, so last time we used Hydra. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to use wfuzz. So wfuzz is another tool that's used to brute force web applications. So looking for things like directories. So think of it like, if you're familiar with pen testing, think of it like a Dirtbuster or GoBuster type fuzzing tool. So, okay, so now we're going to look for this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and type in wfuzz-c-z, and then we're telling it the file is usernames.txt. And then we're also telling it that the second file is passwords.txt. And then HS for the phrase. And then it says, please enter the correct credentials. -u for URL, HTTP. Come on, thank you. 10.10.204.231 login.php -d, and here it is username equals fuzz and password equals fuzz. All right. So what you see here is we are telling it to we're telling it to do wfuzz. I'm not quite sure what -c is. But what did you would say there? But -z are the files. So the first file name is usernames, and then the second file name is passwords. And then this is what you see on the screen. To please enter the correct credentials. And how you would see this is if you actually bring up the web page and you're gonna type in 10.10.204.231. Hit enter, and you're basically telling it so. If what you're basically telling it is like if what it's looking for on that web page. So you see I just typed in random user and random credentials, and then it says login, and then here's a message, please enter the correct credentials. So that's what you see here. All right, so that's how you would find what that message would be on that page. And you're telling it to hide that response. So anytime it runs and gets that error message, you're telling wfuzz, don't worry about it, skip it and move to the next one until you don't see that message. So now we're doing we're specifying the URL with the -u, and then the -d is what we're telling it. So we're telling it to post the data for fuzz and fuzz. So fuzz for username, fuzz for password. 1 second. All right, and then the login portal is the 10.10.204.231 login PHP, and now we're gonna go ahead and hit enter to run our stuff. Fuzz words do not match. What? Hold on one second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to cut this short after this one. So we're gonna go ahead, figure out what we did wrong here. I'm actually just going to. Why did it tell me? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just type this in here. Okay. So is it a fuzz 2Z? Okay. All right. So now we're running our stuff, and it should give us the correct information when we're all done. So yeah, sorry about that. That was my wife making sure I was still going to be able to head out in a little bit. So I will not be doing the side mission today. I think I'll probably end up doing the side mission tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll do an earlier stream. So I was actually going to do obviously day 5, but I'll do the side mission in day 5, and then I will log off and then log back on to do mission 8 of the World of Haiku story that we've been working on with the folks at Haiku. So so we're just going to go ahead and let it go through all the different combinations of the word list, and then we'll have our flag. Ooh, no, that I don't like that. Whew, all right. Getting through it. But we're almost all caught up. So total process time. Okay, but I didn't see. Any. Didn't crack anything. All right, let's just go ahead and go in here, paste this, copy this, and then we'll go ahead and paste, because maybe I did something wrong. But it doesn't seem to be. You know what's hilarious? Hold on. You know what I find hilarious? Like the moment you start streaming or you start picking up streaming again, um, all of a sudden you're getting these random messages, and I've never actually had these messages. So even when I've been doing InfoSec Unplugged and Hacker Valley Blue and all my other streams, never ran into it. But then again, it's also because I didn't stream those on I think on what is it, Facebook and stuff like that before. But now it seems like ever since I've done that, now I'm getting these random messages from Meta claiming that, you know, I did something that's in violation and I'm going to lose my page and yada, yada, yada. And it's like the moment anytime I post something that gets that gets any type of traction, like I literally get like 7-8 messages back to back to back from several different bot accounts claiming to be Meta security. Why is it not working? Like it should have found it by now. Yeah, it's not finding it. It's not finding anything. Okay, so I have to break off and get out of here. But for some reason, it's not. I'm not getting. Yeah, I'm gonna break off because I need to go do something really quick. But yeah, it's not. And I did the same command, so I don't know why it's not working. Okay, but all you have to do is basically type in that command, and you'll get your flag. So yeah, I'm not sure why it's not doing it, but I think I'll try. No, stop. Try one more time. So wfuzz file username.txt file passwords, enter correct credentials, URL login PHP username fuzz password fuzz, right? Username fuzz and then password fuzz with two Z's or two Z. Okay, PyCrow, blah 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 blah. Maybe because it was the minimize screen, but we'll see. All right, yeah, I don't think it's gonna go through. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna break off. But y'all go ahead and finish up. Like I said, so we'll recap what happened on tomorrow. We'll recap that. We'll do the side mission, and then we'll also do day 5. So y'all be safe. Y'all have a good day. Like I said, I got like a bunch of different things running around I've got to do. I'll probably be back on later, but I'll be streaming. I'll be streaming my failed attempts at the new season of Fortnite, or maybe I'll stream something else. Maybe I'll play something else tonight. I don't know, but y'all go ahead. Y'all have an enjoy the rest of your day. Again, special big thank you, Parker. I appreciate it. I got your message. I appreciate you. Shout out to Bearded IT Dad. Thank you for the super chat and the donation. Ty, as always, man. Thanks for the support, brother. Thank you to everybody who has been supporting these streams. As like I said, I'm trying to get back into the string of things. Get back into the swing of things with streaming and stuff like that. And I'll have some stuff to report very soon. Nope, I do not have Modern Warfare 3 just yet because I didn't like the fact that all the reviews I got that I've heard from it was basically it should have just been a DLC. But no, but I probably will because it looks really good. So I might just have to. But we got Christmas coming up and we'll see what happens. But we'll go ahead. Let me go ahead and end this stream. I got to get out of here, man. Y'all be safe. I will see y'all later. Take it easy.